Video 2. Basic grading. Basic grading. The best place to get to standards for grading coins from the grades of poor 1, fair 2, AG 3, good 4. I'm not going to do in between grades. VG 8, very good 8, fine 12, very fine 20, extra fine 40, about uncirculated 50, choice about uncirculated 55, super choice slider AU 58, and mint state 60 through 65 and above is right here. Why? Probably because it's the official ANA grading standards of United States coins. It's a bit of a dry read, but they cover all the grades of every U.S. coin series. Plus, they give you additional information that is really helpful if you really want to get advanced at this. At the end of each series, they tend to list the dates that are known for weak strikes. That's a whole advanced topic. Let's focus on Lincoln cents. Turn it up. 1, 2, 3. Many of the early dates of Lincoln cents are weakly struck on the obverse and or reverse, especially the following dates: 11D, 14D, 17D, 18D and S, 21, 21S, 22D, 23, 23S, 24, 24S, 25D and S, 26S, 27D S, 28S, 29D and S, 30S, and 35D and S. It's all right here. You can actually match to the artist pictures and try to figure out what your circulated coins grade. You can't do that for mint state. There's no substitute for looking at thousands of coins under their correct light with 3x magnification. 8x is probably overkill for grading, but this is the best book for that. And ain't even close. This was the first edition. This was the latest edition. It's all right here. You can discuss nuances with gurus who know how to grade mint state coins or the criteria that matter, such as eye appeal, strength of strike, location and severity of bag marks, and luster. That's it. Those 4 grading criteria. You look at each coin. Does it have a strong strike? Or does it have an average strike? Or does it have a weak, mushy strike? Strength of strike. Are there bag marks? Are there contact marks? And are they in the prime focal area of the coin's design? That book covers the prime focal area of every coin's design. Bag marks in the prime focal area will detract from a grade more than a bag mark that's outside of where your eye is drawn to. Luster is a big one. Is it full cartwheel mint luster or is it dull luster? When you hold that coin up correctly, do you see the rainbow cartwheel effect, or is it kind of just blasé? That would be a below average luster. Has it been dipped too many times and the luster is now washed out? Or does it jump off the coin in like, wow? That would be outstanding luster. Those 3 criteria contribute to what's called overall eye appeal. Is it below average? Is it average? Is it above average? Or is it outstanding? Those are the things that go into a mint state grade, along with looking at thousands of coins within a coin series so that you become familiar with an MS63 compared to a Unk 60 compared to a Gem 65. I'm going to circle back to one more thing about the Lincoln cent series. One of the most confusing things for even someone who's graded coins for a long time is that a weak strike, that was the way it was when it left the mint, or is that actual friction which would indicate a circulated coin, even slightly circulated about uncirculated coin? Make sense? Is it a weak strike, or is it actual wear and tear on the coin? You don't know that. Nobody memorizes that. But this guy, the good Dr. Saul Taylor, started looking at pennies when he was young and did so into his 90s and did a date-by-date analysis. Every single date of the Lincoln cent that matter, up through 1958, I believe. Could be wrong. And he gave a list of weak strikes, strong strikes. It's all the way up through the 80s. Anyhow, it's a dry read, but the information's right there, so you know what dates are almost always weekly struck. You can cherry pick people. They might think it's an about uncirculated coin when in fact it's a low-end min state coin that's always weekly struck. Or they can be a crook and know that you can't see the slight wear and tear or the rub on Lincoln's cheek or on the wheat ears on the back. They figure you can't see that, so they're going to tell you that's a mint state coin when in fact it's an about uncirculated or even worse graded coin or condition coin. Totally unrelated to what I'm talking about. Most of you all are into errors and varieties. I'm not. I strongly recommend the Cherry Picker's Guide, the Nose Picker's Guide. I think they're at edition 6 now. This is edition 3. Gets nice pictures of the major and minor varieties that you guys should be interested in cherry picking. All right, I got long-winded. I'm going to post these. I'm sure nobody will watch, and that's fine. But I'm sick and tired of people asking the same questions, and then they want to learn, and you give them the resources, and they think it's an overnight thing. I've been doing this for over 30 years, and I still have to review those guidelines from time to time if I'm looking at my raw coins. People have asked me, who graded that MS64 red? I did. Well, I don't need a grading service to tell me what I already know. I'm not foolish enough to waste my money for a professional to pat me on the back that I'm within one grading point either way. I always am. Almost always. I've looked at tens of thousands of coins. I did my understudy at a place called Antietam Coin Exchange here in town because there was a real brick and mortars coin dealer who took me under his wing, and we would spend hours on end when it wasn't busy, and he'd throw coins at me in 2x2s and say, grade that. I'd say MS63. He said, no, turn it over. It's AU58. Do you see the rub on the eagle's breast feathers now under the light? Yeah, that's how you learn. Most people don't have that advantage. I get that. Have a great week.